want you to look up to me. I was actually trying to be that rich girl. What is your story and how have you learned to embrace it? My life right now is totally different than it was before. I gave up almost everything in my life when I decided that the opinions of others doesn't matter and that they are stopping me in my journey to happiness and success. Because it makes sense when you choose for yourself, right? So amazing car, amazing designer brands, or about this amazing life. It's all about your feelings, and I am super transparent. I am honest and I am myself. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Lotte and my purpose in life is to help as many as people as possible to see their highest potential and to live in their highest potential. So I just started this YouTube channel together with my company YOURFASHIONJOB, and today I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself. Because maybe you see all the videos and then you think, okay, she knows a lot, but where does she comes from? How does she know this information? What is she telling me exactly? And I really like to be vulnerable as well. Because of course I went through a journey in my life, and this is the reason why I am able to tell you all this information. And I would like to share this journey today with you. So you understand me a little bit better, you understand my personal life a little bit better, and to get to know each other a little bit better. So I listen a lot to Oprah Winfrey and to Michelle Obama. They are my inspirations in my life, two of them. And Oprah inspired me by being vulnerable is being powerful, and this is what I really believe in personally. And I really understand that you think, oh, she already made it and she is doing what I am dreaming of, and how did you get there? And maybe you think, oh, she achieved that already and I didn't, so I'm not sure if I feel connected with her. And I would like to say, really, once I was in your situation and I know exactly what you are going through. So this is the reason why I want to be transparent and vulnerable as well. And today I would like to share my personal story about my personal life, what I went through, so we get to know each other a little bit better. So my name is Lotte, I am Dutch, I am from the Netherlands, and I grew up in a very small town. And I went to school and I was always a little bit different than other people. People really didn't necessarily like me because I was different than other people. And actually a book inspired me to make this video, because then it became really more clear for myself. So this is a book, it's called Becoming, from Michelle Obama. And in this book you're going to write down a lot of things about yourself and about your life right now and how your life was. Because what I want for you to know is that my life right now is totally different than it was before. I gave up almost everything in my life, and with everything I mean my family, my comfortable circumstances, to be the person I am today. I've been a lot alone in my life, and still. And I do this with a purpose, because I know when I'm alone I can work on myself, because I always put my growth on number one, because I know who my potential is. And today I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight about my personal life, where I'm from, and how and why I am the person I am today. So in this book I wrote down something, and no one knows this actually from me, but I want you to know this from me, because maybe you are that person as well. And I made mistakes. I did things I would change now if I had the knowledge I have today. But this is the thing, if I wouldn't experience this first, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So it's always about going through the journey. So the book is asking, what is your story and how have you learned to embrace it? And I hope you understand this is super personal, but I do this so that you can see, like, I am super transparent. I am honest and I am myself. I am not playing roles. I'm just myself, and my purpose is to help as many as people as possible to live in their potential and to be happy and excited. And I can't do this with you not knowing where I am from, because I really understand that you first want to know my story. This is completely understandable, and this is why I want to be vulnerable, and this is why I want to show you that it's not all about doing like you are someone else, or doing like you have a lot, or showing your designer brands, or that this is everything, because everything is inside of you. It's not outside of you. It's not showing that you have an amazing car, amazing designer brands, or about this amazing life. It's all about your feelings and how you feel inside. So I wrote down, my story is that I was trying to be a person all my life who I didn't was. So I was actually trying to be that rich girl who received everything from her parents. And this is a realization I had afterwards. I didn't know while I was doing it. So I really wanted to have specific brands in order to show off, in order to prove that I was this person with these amazing brands. And I was working super hard all my life. I mean, when I was like 18, 19, 20, to afford all these amazing designer brands. This is why I didn't have time for myself. I was studying fashion business and I was working at the same time. So I was studying full time and working 20 hours a week. So I didn't have time for myself left. So I worked all those hours to have an income. And with that income, I bought designer items to maybe show off a little bit. So this is my story. And I realize it now. And now I think like, I love beautiful things, and I love that, but what I prefer is feeling good about myself, and this goes first, and then you can buy amazing things. But when you remove everything from my life, I will feel the same person. I will feel the same, and I am the same person when I enter a room without designer stuff than with. So I got this realization and I thought I really have to share it with you. So these uncomfortable situations in my life made me who I am. Is first of all the divorce of my parents. I had to rely on only myself from the age of 18. So I moved away, and from that age I couldn't really rely on my parents anymore. I lived on myself, and when I wanted to go back to my parents when I needed them, sometimes they were not there when I really needed them. And from that moment I realized I really have to build my own life, because I cannot rely on my parents. So from that moment I became super strong, and now it sounds maybe very hard, and it really is, because it was super difficult at that moment. But I always say, from uncomfortable situations you grow, and I grew like crazy, because I was used to always have this comfortable home to always rely on, but from one to the other day it wasn't there anymore. And I built my own self-confidence and my own life, because my parents have a totally different life than I am, and sometimes they don't even understand what I'm doing. And this is okay, because they have their own life and they have their own experience, their own things in their life, what makes them in their own environment, and I have my own environment and my own thoughts and values about life. So this made me who I am today, that my parents got divorced when I was 18, and from that moment I had to rely on only myself. What made me who I am as well is that I spent a lot of time alone from when I was 18. So because I couldn't really rely on my parents, yes, of course some moments they were there, but a lot of moments also not, when I really needed them, is that I was alone. So I had to, when you spend a lot of time alone, you're really going to think about life and about who you actually are and about what you want. Because life is just a rush. You are with friends, with family, then you're with this person, but what happens when you're going to put yourself in a room and don't have a phone and laptop? What are you going to think about? And this happened with me. I really was alone. And then also what was really a moment for me is when my auntie died, and I had to deal with this all by myself in my room. And yeah, this was really difficult, and I really cried a lot. My friends I lived with, they know that I had a very difficult time. but this made me who I am today. I can say that I am mentally super strong, and because I'm mentally super strong, I'm physically super strong as well. This is what you see in many people actually. This really made me who I am today, that I'm so much alone. Also when I was in London, I really like to be alone, to reflect on myself, to give myself feedback, and this is what I find very important, to always develop myself. Being responsible for myself and creating my own home in myself, because when I'm with myself, I am home. You can put me anywhere, but I know that when I have myself, I am home, and I created this for myself, and this made me who I am today. I also wrote down, I embrace it by seeing my culture ads. I can add value to someone else's life with my personal experiences and my uncomfortable situations, and these experiences help me in order to help a lot of people. When I wouldn't experience these things, I couldn't help so many people as I'm doing today, because I'm teaching them all the uncomfortable things I went through. And also what changed for me is when I decided to choose for myself instead of other people. I didn't care about what other people told me, what my friends thought of me, or what my parents wanted me to do, or my family, because they have way different values about life, and they are used to their circumstance and their environment, and I was just in a different environment. So I really chose for myself, and this really made a difference for me. And when I decided that the opinions of others doesn't matter, and that they are stopping me in my journey to happiness and success, because it makes sense when you choose for yourself, right? So this was really important for me. And then I would like to say something as well about where I'm from, because I also wrote down where I grew up and where I live right now. So describe your childhood home. What are some of the details that stand out the most, and what made your home different from other friends' homes? So as I said, I grew up in a small town in the Netherlands. To be detailed, it's called Gorsel. It's nearby Deventer. It's in the east of the Netherlands. And I grew up in a very normal family, and my parents didn't have any idea about the world we're in today. And I wrote down a corner house in a small village with 2 cats. Actually, I don't like cats, but I grew up with 2 cats in my house. And also I had chickens in Gorsel, the Netherlands. Details that stand out the most. My dad is crazy. I had a cute tree in the middle of the garden, in the front garden, and the interior design all in the same color. This is what made me think about my house where I grew up. And it's sold when I was 18, so I was away. And from that time, actually, I don't have a home with my parents anymore. I don't feel really home when I'm at my parents' house. So this is the reason why I created my own life. What made my home different from friends' homes? My crazy dad was always making jokes. My dad is crazy. He's super young in his head. He also looks very young. He has a 6-pack. And my dad is just crazy, and this is very funny. So this made it different than friends' houses. And then Michelle Obama asked to describe the house you live in today. And then I wrote down a renovated apartment in the heart of Chelsea, London. A lot of space, light, and it is warm, and a very beautiful interior design. This is the house where I'm in today. And it's different from friends' homes when I compare it with the friends I had when I went to high school. It's first of all in the middle of London, in a totally different country. This is a big difference. So you are in the middle of a different nationality, you speak a different language, you are connecting with different people from all over the world. And the people I was with in when I went to high school, they are still in the Netherlands, actually all of them. So typical English details in the house, and the unique, magical and exceptional environment in the middle of Chelsea, And what do I love the most about the house? The location, the light, and a little terrace, and the interior design. So I am very personal today, and what I would like to tell you is I don't want you to look up to me, because once I was like you, and once I was maybe looking up to all those girls on Instagram showing off with brands, and I don't want to be that person. I want to be that person who is vulnerable and who says to you, if I can do it, you can do it too. I want to be transparent. I don't want you to think that I am this perfect girl and that my parents pay everything for me, because I can tell you that's not the case. Everything what I have, I earned it myself, and I did it with my own jobs and company. So I always work super hard for the things I want in my life. So this is a little bit about me and who I am, and I like to introduce myself with having a purpose instead of having a company or being in a specific role. I want you to know who I am, like who my soul is, like who I am behind how I look, because I look like this, yes, but there is a soul which is controlling me, and I am that soul, and I am actually not me or my body. And this goes very far, and this is spiritual, yes, but I know that this is the truth. And I always say my job is to use my personality to serve the energy that is your soul. So this is what I personally really believe in. And in my opinion, it's really necessary that there are people on social media who are vulnerable and who are really honest. And I am really honest with you, and everything what I do is to make you feel better and excited and happy. And I hope you can see this video as an example for yourself, to be vulnerable and to always be honest about yourself. I told you something about myself that is really vulnerable, and that, yeah, I wouldn't maybe share this directly, but I find it necessary to share this with you, because I want you to know that everything I did in my life, I did it because I believed in myself, and this is the most important thing. And my parents didn't help me. My parents didn't help me. I hope you really understand this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I could inspire you with my personal story. If you have questions, you can ask me in the comments below, and I'm going to make more videos about personal development, mindset, and especially also about your career in luxury. So make sure you subscribe for the next video and turn on the notification button, so you can have a notification when I have a new video. I'm looking forward to see you next time, and be vulnerable, because that's powerful.